Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. Here is a very special Sudoku that was created by the great Indian author Akash Doulani, and it was specially for my birthday. And you've seen that there's been a lot of action, a lot of creation for my birthday, which is very humbling and very nice from those great people. So this Sudoku has a lot going on. We have killer cages, and so 23 is the sum of those three digits, 11 is the sum of those three. You have thermometers, which means that the digits increase along this thermo. And this thermo is 9 cell long, so the digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in this order. So that's a really easy start for this puzzle. And this is of length 8, so there's still some degree of freedom. But let's move on to the next rules. We have little killer clues. So 11 is the sum of this and that. 23 is the sum of those three diagonal cells. And then we have German whispers, German whisper lines. Oh, they are usually done in green now that I think of it. I've done red segments, red lines. Well, that will work. So the special rule is that the difference between two digits along a German whisper is at least 5. So we could have a 1 and a 6, for example, difference of 5, or we could have a 1 and an 8, difference of 7, which is at least 5, and so on. And so I've started to solve. Something to know about 23 is that the only way of having 3 digits summing to 23 is with 6, 8, and 9. So this is 6 or 8, this is 6 or 9, this is 8 or 9. But if I try to put a 6 in here, then this digit and this digit must have a difference of at least 5 with the 6, so they must both be 1s, which is not allowed. So 6 is actually here, that's the 9, and that's the 8. So that's not a 9, that's not a 6. And because of what I just said, this has to be a 1, and this has to be less than 3 or equal to 3. It can only be a 2 or a 3. 11 now must use a big digit. It will be a 7 with a 4. That's not a 4 because of this 4 in the column. So that's a 7 and that's a 4. We must put 2, 3, and 5 in here. And we need 7, 8, and 9 around there. So that's a 9, that's the 7, that's the 8. Here we need 3 and 6. Don't forget to do standard Sudoku when you're solving a variant, even if the variant is with lots of different rules. The rules of standard Sudoku still apply. Now, because of this 9, this must be at most 4. It's not a 3, so this is 1, 2, or 4. Oh, and I was forgetting about this thermo. So we have only 1 degree of freedom because we put 8 digits. So this is 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, 4 or 5, 5 or 6, 6 or 7, 7 or 8, but there's a 7 here. So that's 8 and that's 9. And this puts a 6 and 8 here and a 9 there. And we see on this row we have 6, 7, 8, 9, which means all big digits have been used on this row. So this is a smaller digit. And you can see that along a German whisper, we must alternate between high digits and low digits. All high digits have been taken, so this must be a low digit. And it can't be a 5 because 5 is at distance at least 5 or no other digit. Well, 0, but 0 is not allowed in this puzzle. And 4 should be surrounded by 2 9s, so that's not a 4. 3 should be surrounded by 8 and 9, but 8 is not available, so that's not a 3. And the surrounding digits now will be high digits. They won't be 8 and 6, so they must be 7 and 9. So 7 here and 9 there. And this is also a small digit. But next to 7, it must be 1 or 2. We get 1, 2 pair here, so that's a 3. And it resolves the rest of the thermometer. And the 1, 2 pair places a 5 here. That's 2, that's 3, 5. That's not a 2. And that's a 1. And that's not a 3. This row still needs a 7 and an 8, so 7 here, 8 there. This row needs a 2 and a 3. This row needs 1, 2, and 4, but 2 is not here. So that's the 2, that's 1, that's 2. And 5 here, and here, 1 and 3. Nice. I think we are seeing exactly what Akash placed. I mean, the order in which Akash placed the clues, I think. Placed the clues and then constructed the logic. And what is fascinating is that this whole window will be disambiguated by just this sum and this. Well, this actually is not 1 or 2, so we get the 4. So let's see. The remaining digits in this column include a 7. And something very important in Sudoku is that the sum of all digits in a column is 45. That's the sum of all digits from 1 to 9. We have 23 here, 11 here, and the remaining 3 cells have a sum of 11 as well. And one of those 11 sums will contain a 7. And with a 7, if you want to go to 11, you must add 4. And with 2 digits, it will be 1 and 3. So we have either 1, 3, 7 in here, or in the outlying 3 cells, 1, 3, and 7. And guess what? We already have one of those digits here. So we can't have 1, 3, and 7 into those cells because this would have no options. So 1, 3, and 7 are in those cells, and actually neither of those can be a 1. So that's the 1. And we get the 3, 7 pair in here. And this is 2, 5, 4. 4 is not here. So that's 5. Nice. So from this point, only this will suffice to guarantee a unique solution. Where do we begin? Here we need 1, 2, 6, and 8. So that's 1 over 6. That's 1 over 8. 1, 6, or 8. So that's the 2. And if I put a 6 here, then it must be surrounded by 2 1s, which is still not allowed. So 6 is here. That's a 1, 8 pair. And this, not seeing. Oh, yes, I'm seeing something. This can't be 2 or 3. It can't be a 1. It can't be a 4. So this is a high digit. So this here has to be a low digit. And it disambiguates this at the bottom. So this must be a high digit. It's not 6, 7, or 8. So that's a 9. And now the rest should be disambiguated by standard Sudoku. We need 6, 7, 5, 6, and 8. 8 is here. 2 is not here. It's not here. It's here on this row. We need 5, 6, and 9 on the row. 9 can only be here. So that's now a 6 and 5 there. That's a 5 and a 6 there. Here we see 5 and 7. They're not here, so they must be here. So that's a 7 here and a 5 there. 4 and 3. That's a 1. That's a 4. 3, 7, and 6. So 6 is in here. 3 or 7. That's a 7. Oops. A 3 here, a 7 there, And the rest is done. Nice, a very nice birthday puzzle. It was not that difficult. Actually, the mix of all those variants makes it easier, I think. The it wasn't really big interactions. It was just that each clue had very clearly cut consequences, which produced this natural flow when solving the puzzle. I shouldn't try to do big sentences. It doesn't suit me. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks Akash for this very nice present. And see you soon on SudoKanard.